A Chinese naval flotilla is in Havana, making the very first visit by the Chinese warships to Cuba. CCTV's Michael Voss was at dockside when they arrived. Michael, what is the purpose of this visit?
Susan, it's billed as a goodwill courtesy visit, but I think what's interesting here is that this flotilla has circled the globe, breaking new ground for the Chinese Navy. The flagship is the guided missile destroyer, the Yinan. It's accompanied by another guided missile frigate and a supply vessel. They're some of the most modern ships in the Chinese Navy, and they've just sailed here from the United States. On Saturday, they conducted the first ever joint naval exercise in the Atlantic with the American Navy. This despite the current dispute between the US and China over the South China Sea. Now, they've sailed into Cuba, China's closest political ally in the region, and they were received with full military honors.
After 55 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations, we share the same ideas, we pursue the same goal as always, and we follow on the same road in the construction of socialism.
The flotilla will spend 4 days in Cuba. They'll conduct some joint activities with the Cuban Navy, and there'll be some time for shore leave for the Chinese sailors. Now, from here, they sail through the Panama Canal, will pay a courtesy visit to Acapulco in Mexico, and then on to Hawaii before returning to China.
So, Michael, this is a courtesy goodwill naval visit, but right now are the Chinese and the Cubans cooperating militarily in any other ways that we can see?
They have a long tradition of cooperating militarily. You must remember that Cuba's leader, President Raul Castro, was the world's longest-serving defense minister. He's been to China. He's a very strong former military man. Only earlier this year, the most senior military figure in China, the vice chairman of China's military commission, General Fan Changlong, visited Cuba with a senior team of Air Force, Navy and Army officers. Last year we had the Chief of the General Staff here visiting a tank regiment. Cuba's military rely very heavily still on old Soviet-era weaponry, something China still has a lot of, and I think at that level the Chinese are cooperating in helping to sort of supply, upgrade, update some of the old Cuban equipment.
Michael Voss, thank you for that, joining us live in